This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2005 Ford F-250 crew cab, 6.0 turbo diesel, four-wheel drive, XLT. Has 95,000 miles on it. Obviously, it's got a big boy lift kit. It's a theft recovery on a salvage title due to theft, not collision, not fire, not flood, not wrecked. Please watch the little animated video in our ads. It gives you an explanation as to how and why that happens. Basically, it's a liability issue. The insurance companies sell them after they've recovered them, and they don't want anyone blaming them for anything bad that happens to them, to the new owner after they've sold it. So you just throw it under the bus. Salvage title means it's not good in paperwork, and so that's their way of throwing it under the bus and avoiding liability. Sitting on 355 60 20s. We know these wheels and tires well. They come from Discount Tires, and this guy paid our price without taxes is about $2,200 for this exact set of tires and wheels. So the retail price was, you probably paid close to $3,000 for these wheels and tires. And the tread on them is very high. I'd say 90%. Obviously, it's got a 6-inch lift. These are obviously aftermarket coils that are very impressive. You've got what look like nitrogen-filled shocks on both sides of the coil. You've got a very impressive-looking lift kit here with some trailing arms back here. We will have before and after pictures what it looked like when we bought it in the ad, just so you know that it's no different than what it looks like now, except cleaner now. And this is a lifted truck, and obviously very lifted. So you're going to have parts wear, front end wear that you would not have normally. You have them pretty much in every truck that's a diesel truck with all the weight that they carry, but on this one you're going to have more. So just keep that in mind when you're buying it. You're probably going to wear out parts a lot quicker with a lift kit like this. This is a very expensive lift. Somebody spent some serious money on it. I'm going to walk around, see if I can find more problems here. It's my job to point out the negatives, not the positives. There's a little paint chip there. It's got some dings. There's a pretty good sized ding on the rear of the driver's side cab. That's probably the biggest problem it has. You know, those shocks, those gas shocks, are on the back also. Chromed up a little bit. I mean, this thing with a little bit of TLC could be very impressive. Again, it's already pretty impressive, but it could be real impressive. Parking sensors. We put a louver tailgate on because the tailgate had a big dent in it. Obviously, you can see the pattern of the what used to be a fifth wheel hitch there. There's your rear end. Tow hitch and light package there. It's actually very straight except for that. I'll get to that in a second. You see it there. Wheels. This thing came from San Diego area, and that's what salt and sea do to vehicles that just sit anywhere near the ocean. Sometimes they can polish up, sometimes you need to re-chrome them. This is the biggest problem it's got. Yeah, if you wanted to fix that, you could probably take it to a place like Mako and they would just tape this area off. Probably do it for $200 or $300 if you wanted it. There's a little chip here and here. These aren't plastic applications. These are actually, the handles are chrome, which I thought was bizarre. Usually they just go to Pep Boys and buy those aftermarket deals. I am way up in the air, reaching up here. I'm gonna fire it up. It is, by the way, it is today is that first day of the heat wave here. It's 113 today. Tomorrow 115, and I'm going to Vegas, and it's 118 there. All right, let's see. There's your Ford stamp right here. New battery on this side. There's your Ford stamp on this side between my fingers. Stamps where they belong. Ford did some, you can see the Ford stamp behind the sticker, but Ford did some mods for it. There's your Ford stamp on this side, and another new battery. So you got 2 new batteries. The hood is about neck level with me. It's a big boy. All right, rear seat looks fantastic. It's kind of normal for diesel crew cabs, though. Usually there's not a whole lot of passengers in these things. Let's see what's in here, make sure there's no surprises in there. We got a sliding rear window. There's the driver rear window, up and down. That's the passenger rear window, up and down. Door panels look good. Nothing going on. Boy, the back seat, headliner, and rear doors look brand new. Carpet looks great. That's the passenger front window. Here's the locks. See the passenger seat, back, forward, down, up, seat cushion down, seat cushion up, seat cushion down, seat cushion up. That all works fine. A little bit of wear here, there's a little tear there. In general, it's in great shape. Boy, that air conditioning feels really, really good. All right, seat forward, seat back, seat up, seat down, front cushion up, front cushion down, rear cushion up, rear cushion down. We did do an insert right here. This is new, this piece right here. A little bit of a stain stayed after detail there. It's generally in really good shape. Looks like we did a heel pad. That means there was probably a tear in this carpet right here where your foot goes on the gas pedal. What else? Let's see. Oh, windows. Driver window. Passenger window. Passenger rear window. Driver rear window. Mirrors. I'm told, yep, mirrors do not work. But I'm told they don't work because the mirrors are bad. The motors of the mirrors are bad. So make a manual. They're expensive. They're like 125 bucks a piece. I'm told the switch works, but both motors are bad and both mirrors. They're 125 bucks a piece. If you want to pay for them, we'll put them on at our price, tax-free. It's not a big deal to put them in, but it's also not a big deal to just adjust them and call it a day. Radios. We have a radio, a single disc player. We have air conditioning that's blowing ice cold. Let's see. Make sure there's nothing under here. A little bit of a spot right there. Alright, let's see. Let me put on my seatbelt. Go on here. Turn the radio off so you can hear me. Alright. Man, it is freaking hot. If it runs in this heat, it's a good car. Man. 95,954 miles. There's your whole deal as a whole. Here, let me get this. There's your tow haul on and off. Let's see, we can turn it on and off. Tilt wheel works. Make sure. Yep, that works fine. You got cruise. That only lights up when you're actually using it. What else we got going on here? Let's put it into reverse. Actually, let's put it in neutral. Do two things at one time. Put it in 4 low. At the same time as we're in 4 low, as you can see there, we will back up and see if parking sensors work. They almost never do, so. Yep, hear it? That would be parking sensors. Right on. All right, and let's go forward and 4 low. 4 low works perfectly. 4 high. Let's see, let's put it into, let's see, reverse. Now we're in 4 high. And let's see, that was neutral. I drive. There. More on here. And drive. It's freaking hot, man. It's hard to concentrate. Jesus Christ. Alright, now we're in neutral. This is off by a little bit. These things, the cables to the shifter, they get play in them. And so you don't really know exactly where you are. And when it's 500 degrees out and you can't concentrate, it's real difficult. There, see, now we're in drive. That's what was kind of messing me up. Anyway, let's see. This is on a salvage title, so if you're going to drive it home, you have to have plates and insurance. You can't get plates and insurance on a salvage title. To get plates and insurance, we have to take it down to get a level 3 inspection. We charge $200 to do that. We take it down to motor vehicles at about 6 in the morning, so we're first in line. It's the only way to assure we get it done that day. And we have to stay with it. Sometimes we're there for 15 minutes, sometimes we're there for 12 hours. They require us now to stay there, which really sucks. It would be nice just to leave it there and have them call us when it's done. You know, this road is full of gigantic potholes, and obviously this is a stiff suspension, but it's got a pretty nice ride for as big as this thing is. I mean, normally I tell people not to drive these things home down I-10, but having driven this thing a couple times, it's pretty solid. I mean, they're not really an off-road tire pattern, so I think you could probably do that. Although a spare would be a problem. You'd have to have a gigantic spare if you had a flat and you're driving home. You'd have to have a monster spare. Otherwise, you'd be leaning badly. If you put a 315 on this thing, it's going to look like a circus tire. And it won't steer worth a crap if it's the front tire. Just saying, just thinking ahead for you. The air conditioning is blowing beautifully right now, and it is scorching hot. It does have about this much play in the steering, which is never going to go away with no matter what you do when you have a lift like this in it. But it's really not too floaty. Anyway, if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay $200 to have the title restored, $250 dock fee. Let me jump on it here, watch the turbo go. This thing runs great. Wow, very impressive running truck. Very quiet. Anyhow, you're going to pay $200 to restore the title, $250 dock fee, and taxes. Taxes are 3% tax here. I'm sorry, 2% sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to pay a total of 5% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore if you come to Tucson to pick it up and drive it home. If you pay by wire and ship, no dock fee, no taxes. If you want us to restore it before it leaves, add $200 to the price of the vehicle, and we'll get it restored for you and mail the title to you the minute we receive full payment. I strongly suggest that. All you're going to get, and there's one of my guys in the Terrence. Hey, buddy. Oh no, I don't want to get this thing dirty. We're taking pictures next, so I got to turn around. Anyhow, there's nice road construction here. Just make sure that you call your local motor vehicle if you're going to do it yourself. If you're going to ship it to your state and restore the title, all you're going to get from us is a salvage title, a bill of sale, and the truck. Just tell the motor vehicles people they're that, and make sure you get their first and last name so when they give you bad information you can kill them, because that happens. Anyway, thanks very much for your time. Have a great week, a safe 4th of July weekend, or week. It's actually a Wednesday, I think. And that's it. Thank you.